Jenkins, I think this is the year that we call the year of the sacrifice. And I don't know, y'all. My computer just doesn't want to ever click. It just likes to just stay still. See, it's on vacation. My computer's on vacation. So this is the year of the sacrifice. And I wanted to just bring to some of the people just joining us, Darlene, for the first time. I just have some new people that text me, said that they're online, they're on Facebook. So I wanted them to really understand this is the year of the sacrifice. So it's the act of giving up something value for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy. And sometimes we got to be willing to give up something that we really want to hold on to for something that we really want in the future. And as we think about vacation, y'all, I don't know what I was thinking. I started my vacation last night. I'm not really on vacation, but I kind of stayed up and watched Queen Sugar as if I was on vacation. I kind of did. I watched all the episodes that I missed before. And then I had to do Bible study. So I was up to like 2 o'clock. So I'm all ready. So it was a sacrifice for me of some sleep last night. So if I start fading, my eyes a little red, I just wanted to give y'all a disclaimer. I was up all night on vacation. But it is vacation time. I've been meeting with clients, Darlene. A lot of them are talking about vacation. I'm doing their budget. And I'm looking at these budgets and say, you spend how much on vacation? And you have how much in your bank account saved, or you don't have a reserve, but you spend this much on vacation. So what I wanted to do for us today, we wanted to talk about how do we have a nice vacation without going broke and without going into debt and without being stressed out about how we're going to enjoy this time off. So Darlene and I today, we're going to talk to you a little bit about, because you know what, when we think about everything we spend, is a part of our financial plan. And vacation is critical to our success, to our health, to our mental, to our children, to our family. And guess what? To your job too, because they don't want you there all the time stressed out, getting on their nerves. So they want you to leave and take a break as well. So let's look at some things. Vacation without debt. They said on average, Americans spend over 10% of their income on vacation. And then Darlene, 10%, assuming the average person here, well, maybe you on the line, you make 100 grand. You spend $10,000 on vacation. The problem is that 55% of them don't account for vacation spending in their budget. So as we know, when we sit down with clients and we do through their budget, we ask them to put in vacation. And many people, when you think of your budget, you think of your mortgage, your rent, your food, you know, Pepco, cell phone, alarm system, gas, car insurance, all that. But it's the vacation. It's summertime. Somebody's going to get married. You're going to go to a wedding. You're going to give away some gifts. I just been to 3 graduations so far. You're going to give somebody a gift. It's those things that we put in the budget that don't come every month. But when they come, they can really throw off your budget. And if you're spending 10% of your income, whether you make 60 grand or 160 grand, you're spending somewhere between 6,000 and 16,000 a year. Monthly, that's $500 to over $1,200 a month that needs to be in your budget to account for this extravagant vacation. They said the average person will spend a little less than 3 grand on a vacation, and 20% of those costs are in some form of debt. So I have some clients now have credit card debt. And I said, what's on your card? Like, what did you fix the roof or something? You know, they was like, no, these are all trips. So you paying for trips that you took in 2016, 2017. So it's really important to understand we need to start to plan for these vacations so they not here with debt. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, Rita. That's what I was going to say. Oftentimes, when we have a vacation, because we're not planning, something has come up and someone says, hey, you want to go with me? We're planning to go here. So, oh yeah, I'm going to go. I'll just put it on my credit card. That just happened to me, but I have budgeted for my daughter's spring break. And the school didn't give them one. So at the last minute, and I do mean the last minute, 2 weeks before spring break started, I said, you know what? I'm going to take my daughter and her friends away on a spring break. Well, guess what? If I didn't have her spring break money already budgeted, I ended up putting it on my credit card, but guess what? I got the points and then I paid it off. So the airline tickets, I ended up driving to Florida, you all. Only way I would ever do that again is if I'm on the run. I would get away quickly, and then I would drive to a far enough city and then get on a plane to continue getting away.
Oh God, we pray that it's not going to come.
That was 13 hours. I have to be on the run to drive that far ever again. But seriously though, because that came up at the last minute, had we chosen to fly for me to take my daughter and her friends, that alone would have cost me $4,500 because it was so last minute. That's why we got in the car. So,
but I think that's the sacrifice, Darlene, that you was willing to sacrifice. I think you wouldn't do it now, but you was willing to sacrifice your time. You know, you drove that alone without any help, no adults with you. I think that was part of your sacrifice so that you would not go in debt buying those airline tickets and all of that to make it a grand. I know it's, you know, it could be a headache, which, you know, I think going you wasn't as bad. Coming back, I remember it's like, does this trip ever end? But I think that's part of when, you know, what you had planned for your child, you hadn't planned for the extra. And when we don't have a plan, sometimes we got to be willing to sacrifice some of the plushness so that we don't have because just think about it. If you had to charge that, and if you didn't have that to pay, you could easily be paying that debt. Even if you was paying $300, $400, $500 a month with interest, you could be still paying that a year plus.
Absolutely, absolutely. So not waiting to the last minute to make decisions about your vacation, which is what you're saying, Rita. We need to plan a budget.
Absolutely. So what's some of the things you could do? Budget for your vacation, allocate monthly allotments for your annual vacation. So that's assuming you spend on the average of, let's say $6,000 a year on vacation, or let's say what they just said, the average is $3,000. You should put $250 aside every single month in your vacation. So if you ever come see us on your budget, we have vacation there. And at the bottom of the budget, we have allocation for your vacation that every month is adding to it. And then when you take a vacation, whatever you spend, it deducts, so you know. So you just need to make sure that you allocate for it. And you can create an allotment if you work for the government to come out of your paycheck or automatic transfer from your bank account. Because if it's some of y'all listening, y'all are vacation people. I like to go on vacation, but I'm a last minute planner. So I'm working on that for 2020. I'm going to be much better at being last minute planner. So just allocate for it. And don't charge vacation that you cannot afford to pay off by your next vacation. So if you're going to charge it, have a plan to say, because I didn't put it aside, this is my last vacation, I'm going to charge it, but I'm not going to be still charging it next year for my next vacation. And if you can't afford to pay off the credit card and plan for the next one monthly, then you may want to forego this one vacation. And that's the sacrifice. And I tell my clients, maybe you can't go on full vacation this year. Maybe you can only do one. And guess what? Plan in advance to avoid last minute increases. So Darlene said she had to drive because the airfare would have cost her so much for four of them on a plane. And so you may want to use sites. And guess what? We have some travel agencies listening. Miles Away Travel. We have, Joy, I'm not sure if you're a travel agent, but maybe travel agents, they know a lot of stuff that we don't know. They know discounts, they know places to go. They have, Darlene, what I'm trying to say, they have connections with different, resorts.
They're in the travel industry, so they know all the
where to go, tour sites, how to get discounts, how to get tickets. So maybe you don't want to do it all on your own. Maybe you want to engage a travel agent. I know what Rita's going to cost me, but what they cost may be far below what you may save. And how you can have a great vacation because you had because I'm telling you, I want to go somewhere, but I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to look up where to go. I want somebody to just have a list that this is where you go. You got it on this day. Is somebody going to pick you up? I don't want to do any work. So if it costs me a little bit more to pay someone to make my vacation great, I'm willing to do it. And travel during off-peak seasons. So I have a timeshare. I have a car. God, yes, timeshare. Use those good old timeshares too. Use your timeshares. But I have Virginia Beach, Labor Day weekend. That's prime time. So because I never go, my family's from there, I never stay in the timeshare. I rent it out for that week because Labor Day week at Virginia Beach is when many people want to go. So I go do all peak season. I let someone else rent mine during peak season. I own in Orlando in August, and this prime time. So my nephew is going this year, but I may not go because it's hot, but I may go somewhere else. So if you have timeshares, this is where planning comes in. Because if you have a timeshare, year, you really need to plan. But it could be a really nice vacation anywhere almost in the world that you can use those if we plan. And so just wanted to make sure we understand planning is critical for everything. It's critical for retirement. It's critical for getting married. It's critical for having a baby. It's critical for planning for college. Planning makes our life easy and stress less, and probably we also save money. So look at some of these last minute options. Take advantage of current technology. These little phones, we can go on phones and click on everything and we can find nice things. You can go to, me and Sophia, when we go to California a lot, and when I go to New Jersey to visit my brother, we use Airbnb because my whole family go. And it's so, I think the last time, Darlene, was it like 12 of us?
Yes.
It was 12. So can you imagine 12 of us trying to pay hotel for a whole week? We were easily given, and in New Jersey, when my brother lived, them hotels like $250 a night. So we would have needed at least 6 rooms, or at least 5 to 6 rooms for a whole week. We'd have spent easily $6,000. So we rented a house, and the house slept about that time we did 2 houses, didn't we? Yeah, so we used 2 Airbnb homes, or you could use Groupon. If you want to go somewhere, go on Groupon and say Las Vegas, and it'll pop up all the discounts. Living social, as we just talked about, timeshare plan. And guess what? When you're traveling, you may want to try Uber or Lyft. I've been, for a long time, I wasn't an Uber Lyft girl. I was still in the cab. But now, Darlene, we go everywhere. We on Uber and Lyft. I feel like I know my driver. I'm checking out his tag or her tag number. But it's been fantastic that we're not renting cars just sitting in a parking lot when we don't need it. And when we need to go somewhere, we use Uber or Lyft. Guess what? Plan a staycation near home. Me and my husband, I remember one year we was just tight for us, but we wanted to go somewhere. And Darlene, you remember we lived in Fort Washington at the time, and we went to the National Harbor. But we stayed in the Aloft Hotel. So it was a really nice hotel. We walked on the water. We ate. It's like we was away, but we really was 5 minutes from home. But I needed to get out of the house, but I went somewhere around the corner. Guess what? You can go to the beach. You got Chesapeake Beach here. I know it's maybe a little, but you got Sandy Point. You can drive an hour or two to Ocean City. There's places to go. Amusement park. We got Six Flags. You got, I don't know, it's just stuff to do. I think, if you got young kids, I was at Watkins Park. My niece just had a little picnic for her kids a few weeks ago, and I went to Watkins Park. And I guess, I've not been to the park in 100 years. Right here in Maryland, it was a whole, it was like Cinderella. I don't know what was going on over there, but it's a beautiful place that people say they go to all the time. And that's right in your neighborhood. So take a few days to visit museum, tours, attractions right here in your area.
Or even if you don't live in the Bowie area, Allen Pond, that is a hidden secret. That's a hidden secret right over in Bowie. So Allen Pond, if you're in the District of Columbia, the recreation centers, especially if you are a senior, and a senior is anyone 55 and older, they have a lot of different programs and things going on. Some of you are retired. You can go right to the local recreation center and see what's going on with the senior troop over there. My godmother, they're always shopping, going on different trips up to Sight and Sound. They go to the casino. So it's a lot that you can do and save some money.
Actually, you know what? I just saw last week, you guys, on the news, DC has a lawn museum. So instead of being outside in the sun in the lawn, you're inside of a building. I think they said the temperature is like 74, but it looks like you're outside on the lawn. They got playground stuff for the children. They got lawn chairs and you can drink. So it's a really nice place, but it's in DC, but it's on the inside. So you don't want to be outside in the heat, but you want to have an outside experience. So one day you at the indoor lawn, you can go to the zoo, you can ride. So just find a way. You can visit national and state parks or take a ride to Philadelphia. There's so much history here. Williamsburg is a really nice place for history. So wherever you want to go, you don't have to go broke to enjoy yourself. And, parks normally cost about $20 to entry, and you can stay there all day. And if you like me, you like nature. I love outside. I love, and right there, Darlene, not far from you is the Arbor, I stutter. Yeah, how you say that? Yeah, go to the Arboretum.
Yes, Rita, and they're having concerts there. They have concerts there weekly.
Weekly concerts. Yes, you can go to the National Harbor. They have concerts there that we could just sit out and have free. And guess what? What about an old school picnic, darling? I was thinking about, I might just have an old school picnic. Do y'all remember y'all parents? I don't know about y'all, but back in our days in the 70s and 80s, we used to go to the picnics and the chicken be cold, but you eat that cold chicken and shriveled up. It's no longer crispy. But how about you just have, have an experience that today, honey, children, we're going to this park and we're going to have sandwiches. The next day, we're going to have a seafood feed. You go to a different park and so you can enjoy yourself right in your neighborhood because it's really what you want. And when you with people you love, do you necessarily have to go broke and travel all across the country when you can just stay in your neighborhood, drive an hour out, just guess what? We don't even know what we have right here in Maryland. Just drive across this thing to Eastern Shore and you can go to the Harriet Tubman Museum, which is where we're going to go. Soon as an underground tunnel. Try to find out where you can go if it's last minute, or if it's not last minute, you just want to take that $6,000 and save for your retirement or for your child's education. You'd rather use those funds for that and not for a vacation. And guess what? How about just go visit some friends and family and save on your hotel and lounging expenses? I'm going down to, the country and I'm staying with my brother, or I'm going over here to this friend, I'm going to stay with them. And you don't necessarily have to use your hotel costs. Here goes some sites to visit. Here's Darlene, let me see if I could do this. I don't know, you guys, I'm not that best. And I know if I click something, I'm going to probably have this whole screen.
Don't click it.
I'm not going to click it. When you're listening on the phone, you can visit. It's a site that has 100 free things to do in DC. So it's telling us 100 free activities. So can you imagine from now to the end of the summer, you could do something twice a day and still not get a chance to do everything. So go there. Maryland also has a site, and this is the one to talk about the Harriet Tubman Museum. Is beautiful. Now, I don't know if the African Museum, if you can get in just because they've been booked so long, but that's a beautiful place to go. And if you have family, you can really be there 2 days or so before you even see it all. And that's what there's free travel. So it's a site called travelandleisure.com. travelandleisure.com, and you can look at all the free things to do. So you can go to the Baltimore Harbor, just walk around the harbor. There's nice DC Harbor. You can just go sit out and look and take pictures, and they got statues. You can just enjoy yourself. All we want you to do is to make sure that you have a good time, enjoy your vacation, but don't go broke doing it, because our future selves is going to need that money so when we old, we can still have a vacation. If you don't save and you don't prepare and you always stay in debt, you never get a chance to be truly free. And that debt and that interest is money that you could be used to putting away for your retirement plan, for your long-term care plan, for your children's education. So we want to make sure you just properly plan. So whatever you do, we just want you to enjoy it. So if you're on the phone, I'm sorry that you can't see this, but this is a picture of a little girl. She said, me leaving before, I think that's Honey Boo Boo, the day before vacation. So I'm just saying, if you just need to just take a break and you want to chill at home, just enjoy it. Take your time off. If you have vacation time, take your time off. Your boss wants it. Your coworkers want it. They want you to get away, because when we don't take a break, we get cranky. We get mean. So your family, your body, your mind, all of it will appreciate you taking your chance to take your time off and enjoy it. I just love that picture, y'all.
Also, I was reading that countries where the people take more vacation, actually use their vacation time and take time off, that they are more productive. The employees are more productive and they achieve a happier, more calmer sense of themselves. So vacation and taking time off is very critical to our mental health and our well-being, and it's more, you are more productive because you're happy to be at your job. And also, I put all of those websites. I put the link in the chat box. We'll post it on Facebook when we get off. I'm not that technically inclined to know how to do it right now. That's why. But if you're online, it's in the chat box, and you can have access to those resources.
Absolutely. So thank you. So that's what we wanted to make sure we share some good stuff with you. So of course, planning today, so that we can have a better future. Y'all know what's going on, right?
Just click on the thing again and then it'll advance.
Oh, girl, yes. Do something today that your future self will thank you later. And this whole thing about planning a vacation is one thing, but just taking the vacation. And if you can't afford to go nowhere, you can't even afford to go downtown. Take a vacation, go in your backyard, go on your deck, go to the park around the corner and just chill out and have a good time. And so, Darlene, I'm going to let you take it from here, but putting all of the pieces together is critical. And when we think of our lives, people think of planning only about retirement, just like everything for us is about one thing, but our entire lives must be in balance. So whether it is our mental, our physical, our spiritual, our financial, and planning for your vacation, all of this, that anything that impacts your finances, there needs to be a plan for it.
Absolutely. Uh-oh. I don't know where I am.
So what's right for you? Then I got it. I think it depends.
So what's right for you? It depends. So, hey, just contact us today so we can map out a strategy that can help you reach your financial destination and your vacation destination. So give us a call so that we can do that. And how can we help? We help with budget planning. That was one of the things that we spoke about. Rita, if you can continue advancing, life planning, budgeting, account management, your portfolio management, all of those things, because just because you're retired doesn't mean that you don't want to continue to take vacations. That's one of the main goals people have, is when I'm retired, I want to travel. I want to be able to do the things that I have put off doing so that I can one day retire. So we can help you with all of those aspects to you have the financial freedom that you want.
You know, Donna, I had a client who just retired about 3 months ago, and part of her thrift saving, we created 4 streams of income, but one stream we took about 50 grand and she put that into an annuity that will pay her something every year, and she's going to take her payments like semi-annually, but that is only her vacation fund. That's so that she guaranteed to make sure she have a nice vacation twice a year. And so she used part of her retirement when she said, I worked hard. Part of this is so that I can enjoy myself for the rest of my life. Exactly. So that's this is planning.
That's why having a plan is important. And we at Affordable Benefit Solutions, we are a full service financial solution firm. So whatever your area of need is, like retirement planning, we can show you how to be your own banker, how to do proper rollover, still have stock market growth without any of the market risk, meaning you're going to sleep at night. Also estate planning, how to most tax efficiently pass on your assets, the things that you have accumulated once you cross into the great by and by. So good estate planning. Also insurance services, life insurance, disability insurance, cancer insurance, your paycheck protection, long-term care. All of that we are able to assist you with. Then credit and debt elimination. Of course, when you have bad credit, you pay more. So we can help you with that. All of these things your Financial Fair Friday team here at Affordable Benefit Solutions can do, as well as our other team members.
Absolutely. One of the first concept, it talks about being your own banker. One of the things we teach people is that we use that concept to help you buy cars, pay for education, retirement. But one of the things it could do is it could allow you to take a really nice vacation. So all you got to do is you paying for one vacation once, and you can take that a nice vacation every single year off of that exact same money, and then that retirement still have it as an income stream for the rest of your life. So that's a concept where people who really want to have a nice vacation but don't want to have to pay for it every single year, you can use your own bank to use your own money and keep paying yourself back with the exact same fund, but you get a chance to have a nice vacation every single time.
Advance to the next slide, because I believe that's the end of the slide. We want to also let you know that we will be attending the Federally Employed Women's Training Conference that will be held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the week of July 22nd. So on our next Financial Fed Friday, which will be July the 26th, we will actually be broadcasting live from there. So if you are going to be attending the FEW conference, that's what is known as FEW. If you're going to be attending the FEW conference, we will be teaching several workshops from there. One is credit and debt, and the other is estate planning and planning your retirement.
And I would like to give a shout out to Robert Bailey, his watch party. He's doing this thing live. He's doing something that me and Darlene can't do. So we thank you, everybody that joined us today from Facebook, from his watch party, from Javon, everybody. We do appreciate it. We hope that you got something out of it. So if you have not had a vacation, hopefully you got some little small nugget today. I know even when I was doing this, I was like, there was a few places that I want to go. And you know where I want to go? I have not been, Darlene. I don't know if I'm going to get on any, I'm not going to get on the roller coasters because my neck and back, I'm too old for that. But I think I want to go to Hershey Park. I have not been to Hershey Park since I was in the 11th grade. We talking about 1978 to 79 or something like that. I don't know, it was a long time ago. So I want to go to Hershey Park, and I want to go, no, I was in 11th grade. Yeah, 11th grade, yeah, so it's about 82. So we're going to Hershey Park, and guess what? We're just going to have some fun. We're going to take a ride up to Hershey Park. We may stop at the Amish market and go have some fun. And so, like, you know, guess what? That's a whole day of us having some fun, and we don't have to spend a lot of money. So whoever's in, let me know if you want to go to Hershey Park. We're going to go ahead and get us some chocolate.
That's not wow. So that is it for us for today. Again, if you're going to be at the FEW conference, please join us there. Look us up, stop by, say hi. Please, when you come in 2 weeks, which will be July 28th, when you come, bring one. Tell all of your friends and family. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button so that you can follow us and be immediately notified when we upload new videos. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you back here on July 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everyone.
And it will be broadcasting live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yes. Bye. We talking about that money, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Did anybody have any questions? See you all later.